A toddler climbs out a window and falls from a ledge. Now his mother is facing charges. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Welch. The Department of Children and Families now investigating how that 2-year-old fell from a ledge in Danielson this morning. Thankfully, an awning and a passerby were there to break his fall. News Channel 8's Crystal Haynes spoke with the man who caught him. Pardon me, Crystal. Tell us what happened.
Well, Sarah, you know, this is a main drag here in Danielson, and right over there where that awning is what actually caught that little boy's fall. State police tell us that the little boy was playing on the second-story windowsill at around 8:30 this morning when he fell onto that awning I just showed you, heading about 12 feet to the ground when Leonard caught him.
And he was standing on that ledge, and he was walking back and forth on that ledge. One hand on the concrete, just walking back and forth, and I was trying to just follow him, you know. And when he bent over to pick something up to throw at me, he lost his balance. He flipped over onto this and was heading head first to the ground. And I just kind of, at that point, I had to flop to the side, catch him. His head was here, and I caught his legs.
Certainly a feat of heroism. State police investigating determined that the mom, 22-year-old Crystal Simmons, was asleep when the entire scene unfolded. She was arrested and released on $5,000 bond. Meantime, as you said, Sarah, DCF is investigating.
Now imagine seeing a baby hanging precariously from the ledge of an apartment building. A Danielson man was in that life and death situation this morning and did something that even he can't believe.
I looked up, and what I seen didn't look real.
A 2-year-old boy standing on the narrow second-story ledge of an apartment building, holding a cookie in one hand, a windowsill in the other. That's what Leonard saw while running errands in Danielson this morning. Without thinking, he sprung into action.
I figured I would just be there, see if I can catch him if he fall, because it looked like he was going to fall.
And fall he did. While others screamed hysterically and just watched, Leonard braced himself to catch the boy.
He hit the edge of the awning there, and he was heading head first. And he kind of was off angle with me, so I kind of fell back into the side. His head ended up here. I caught his legs.
State police say the boy's mother was inside the apartment the whole time, asleep. 21-year-old Crystal Simmons was arrested and charged with risk of injury to a child. Leonard says he doesn't think of himself as a hero, but there probably isn't a better way to describe this modest Danielson man.
I'm glad I was able to help.
A Danielson woman is facing charges after a toddler falls from the ledge outside his home. Thankfully, an awning and a passerby were there to break his fall. News Channel 8's Crystal Haynes spoke to the man who was in the right place at the right time.
It was a daring rescue. Leonard was on his way to the hardware store when
he was standing on that ledge, and he was walking back and forth on that ledge. One hand on the concrete, just walking back and forth.
A toddler was using this ledge as a tightrope as his mother slept inside their second-story apartment.
He lost his balance. He flipped over onto this and was heading head first to the ground. And I just kind of, at that point, I had to flop to the side, catch him.
And thanks to Leonard, the 2.5-year-old, identified only as Joshua, remarkably escaped without any injury.
It felt good to be there.
The toddler's mother, 22-year-old Crystal Simmons, was arrested on charges of risk of injury to a minor. She has since been released on $5,000 bond. DCF and police are investigating, but Simmons' roommate says there's no need.
Accidents happen. It's not neglect by no means. She does not neglect her children. She's a great mother.
Taylor and Simmons' cousin by marriage say the young mother has been struggling raising 3 children under 4 years old and now has opted to send all her children to stay with relatives.
Honestly, accidents happen. Nobody's perfect in this world. Crystal is a very, very hardworking person.
Simmons is expected in Superior Court on August the 12th. In Danielson, I'm Crystal Haynes, News Channel 8.
All right, the mother of a 2-year-old boy who fell from a second-story ledge goes to court later this month. 21-year-old Crystal Simmons was sleeping inside her apartment when her son wandered out onto the ledge of their apartment building. The child was holding onto a cookie with one hand and a windowsill with the other when he slipped and fell. But a passerby spotted the disaster waiting to happen and positioned himself to catch the child in his arms.
The edge of the awning there, and he was heading head first. And he kind of was off angle with me, so I kind of fell back into the side. His head ended up here. I caught his legs.
The child is safe. Police arrested the mother and charged her with risk of injury to a minor. She'll be in court on August 12th.